Okay, we've got a studio full of people, love that, all here to support the American Red Cross New Mexico chapter. Yes, so nice. And wave to everybody because there is actually a camera, so wave. You can wave to all the viewers out there. Make sure they see you. We are so happy to have you, and of course we thank you so much for your continued service to the community. And so pleased to welcome today our friend Cindy Adams, the regional CEO for Red Cross New Mexico. Welcome back to the show.
It's lovely to be here.
You look royal when you do that wave.
Thank you.
And look at us, red and blue. We've got it going on. I love it. Now, of course, we know why we're here, but talk to us about the Red Cross New Mexico.
Well, you know, when it comes to time of disaster, people think of the American Red Cross immediately. But there are several other programs and services that we deliver in our community.
Okay.
For example, we have very strong support for our members of the military and our service to the armed forces. We're the official conduit of communication between families and their deployed family members in time of crisis. On the health and safety side of the house, we teach CPR, we teach first aid, we teach babysitters training, we teach wilderness first aid, we teach pet first aid. A lot of courses that...
Wait, can you tell me what's pet first aid?
Well, we teach classes for dogs and classes for cats.
Okay.
And it teaches you what to do if your pet is choking, if they eat something poisonous, if they're injured, you know, and how to treat their wounds. It's really a very, very interesting program.
That's great. I don't think a lot of people knew about that. And of course, I want to mention something a lot of people do know about. Back in February, there was a devastating fire at the Royal Crown Apartments, and that was near Gibson and San Mateo. You can see the video right on the screen right now. The roof collapsed. The building itself was crumbling to the ground, and all 75 tenants made it out okay, but of course some did have to be rescued. 4 firefighters actually fell through the floor and then thankfully enter the Red Cross. So Cindy, tell us about that process.
Well, that particular fire was just a few blocks from our office. So within minutes, our volunteers, some of whom are in our studio today, came to the office and got our emergency response vehicle, responded to the scene of the fire. And we took care of those who lost their homes. We had a shelter already set up, as it happened, at Highland High School because of the natural gas shortage and the Arctic freeze, so we were able to take them right to that shelter. We also supported the responders, the firefighters who were there with water and snacks and coffee and everything that they needed.
So important.
Then all those folks who lost their homes, we continued to work with them to make sure that their emergency needs were met, that they had a safe, secure place to sleep, that they had food, that they had clothing. If they lost prescription medications, we were able to get those replaced. Eyeglasses, sometimes people run out of a fire and, you know, don't have their glasses.
I don't even think of that.
So our volunteers are there to work with individuals and with families to make sure their needs are met and to help them relocate into a new residence.
It's so important. We don't want to ever take for granted what you do for us. And I also want to explain a little bit about the Clara Barton event because that's coming up. So tell us about that.
Clara Barton events are events that sometimes are in people's homes, sometimes in a restaurant. Today, it's here today in your studio, where we invite people to come to learn about the American Red Cross and ask for their financial support because we are not a government agency. And so we depend on the generosity of the American public to support all of the programs and services that we do. Clara Barton is our giving circle that starts at $1,000 a year. And so people who make that kind of financial commitment really make a difference in New Mexico.
And it is a big commitment to make, but certainly a worthy one. And you know, some scarier moments in recent memory in Albuquerque was the day that a man opened fire, of course, who could forget, at the MCOR offices. And once again, the Red Cross was there, and that was a really, I mean, the notoriety on that. Just tell me a little bit about that.
Well, in a response like that, there are many, many agencies who respond to help in a situation, obviously starting with the police department and the fire department. But our Red Cross volunteers were there, again, to provide food and snacks for the responders, but also for the employees of MCOR. When they went to the community center, we have mental health workers who are specially trained Red Cross volunteers who were there with those employees to provide them emotional support and comfort during that terrible time.
Because it is an emotional situation. And of course, you also do something called To Be a Hero for a Hero. So tell us what that is.
We're having a wonderful event on May 24th, which is our Real Heroes Awards breakfast, where we honor ordinary people who do extraordinary things.
Love that.
We're doing a special award this year, a humanitarian award, to all of the agencies who responded to the MCOR shooting. About 150 people will be involved in this. The good good news is that the event is already sold out, but we're trying to find seats, sponsored seats, for some more of these people who were involved in the response. So we're asking people to step up and be a hero for a hero.
Yes, and these are real heroes. I mean, we give so much kudos to the people out there who do so many things, you know, for entertainment and pop culture, and yet the real heroes are the heroes of the Red Cross. No doubt about that, right? I mean, don't you agree? There's no hero like a hero that saves a life. So really, we do appreciate that so much. And of course, the bottom line is that it takes money to do what the Red Cross does, as Cindy said. So if you want to contribute, here is how you can do it. You can call 505-265-8514 or log on to www.redcrossnewmexico.org.
Correct.
And that's it. It's that simple.
It is very simple, and we would really appreciate people stepping forward to be a hero for a hero with a $100 donation.
Absolutely. Cindy, thank you so much for being with us. And let's turn it over to Michael now.
Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Cindy. Now, there is no rest for the Red Cross, or so it seems, definitely. Now, you saw this video yesterday when dozens of massive tornadoes actually flattened towns across the South, killed at least 250 people in 6 states. And as always, the Red Cross was right there and rushed in. But right now, they're looking for Red Cross-trained Spanish-speaking volunteers to help in the South. It's a 3-week commitment, but you have to be trained first. So that's really important. You have to be trained first. So if being a Red Cross volunteer is something that you'd be interested in, get in contact with the Red Cross so you can get trained. Whether it's to help with the language, hand out food, blankets, or just, you know, provide that human comfort. You know, sometimes you just need that comfort. Now, please do what you can to actually call the Red Cross, contact the Red Cross, and do what you can. Now, coming up, we've got a woman from Breaking Bad who is here to do good.